This is an enigma that we sang on the bus in the Ukraine. We sang it for a while, and I think you remember it. It's words from Reb Nosson, because today's Reb Nosson's Yahrzeit, like we all know, based on last night. And it's been an enigma that has been very, how do you say when something's transcendental? Transcendental, yeah, for me. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. 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 Oh, haver ota belibi. Once Reb Nosson met Reb Nachman, and he sensed something's going on here that he never saw before in his life. So he screamed out, "Bebreslev bo'er esh," in Breslev a fire is burning. Please Hashem, burn it in my heart. Av'er ota belibi. Bebreslev bo'er esh, haver ota belibi. Bebreslev bo'er haver ota belibi. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. Oh, haver ota belibi. Oh, haver ota belibi. In Breslov there's a fire, burn it in my heart. In Breslov there's a fire, burn it in my heart. In Breslov there's a fire, burn it in my heart. In Breslov there's a fire, burn it in my heart. Oh, burn it in my heart. Oh, burn it in my heart. Time from the beginning. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. Bebreslev boer esh, haver ota belibi. Bebreslev boer haver ota belibi. Oh, haver ota belibi. Oh, haver ota belibi. Alright, we're going to sing that again a little bit later. I found that enigma to be redemptive. It's funny, you just, all you're doing is asking for something, and yet just asking Hashem for something right feels redemptive. You don't even have it yet. Just asking for Him. Anyway, I saw something mind-boggling last night that made me maybe look at this day of Asara B'Tevet a little bit deeper. So as you know, that today a few things happened. What happened today on Asara B'Tevet? Did you go over it with the Chaver? A little bit? What's some of the things that happened on Asara B'Tevet? Beginning of the siege. What else? The Torah was the Tirgum of the Torah into Greek. There's the other things that happened as well, but we also know that today is Rabbi Nosson's Yortzeit, like we learned last night. And we're going to try to connect all the dots right now. Just again, highly recommended book. I say this all the time. Book that changed my life. You have to get it. Through Fire and Water from Breslov Research Institute. Tremendous book. Did you get it yet? That one?
I think I was reading a little bit of it, but I haven't gotten it.
Amazing. Chaim Kramer's work on Reb Nosson's life. Just incredible. I saw the Chatam Sofer has a name for Asara B'Tevet. The Chatam Sofer, not a Hasidic Rebbe, he says, this is a crazy thing, he says, Asara B'Tevet is Yom Hadin Shel HaGeula. You know, it's like Yom Hadin for like individuals, Rosh Hashanah, for the world. He says, for the Geula, Yom Hadin is Asara B'Tevet. What does that mean, that Asara B'Tevet is Yom Hadin of the Geula? So they explained that it means that today it's decided whether the Geula is going to come this year or not. So as heavy and intense as this day was already, now we're learning that we learn that this is the day that it's decreed in Shemayim whether the Geula is going to come this year or not. Now, granted, I haven't done enough research on this topic. I was looking for Makoros. I only found one through a chaver of mine to look into this concept deeper because I never heard of this or saw this anywhere. But hopefully we'll learn it. We'll learn it together inside. But even like we learned yesterday by Rebbe Shimon, even if we don't understand something, just speaking holy words, Dibur B'Kedusha is always very beneficial and helpful. Since our topic this week has been Torat Eretz Yisrael, and the few seconds I had with Rebbe last night, just really a few seconds of it that I had with him was when he said, "What are you doing in the Yarchei Kala?" Was the topic. So I said to him, Torat Eretz Yisrael. He stopped. He said, Torat Eretz Yisrael. That's exactly what I've been wanting to talk to you about. That's what he said. So I wanted to continue that into today as well, and learn a piece from Reb Nosson. Not learn a piece. Today we're doing something very special. Since we have just a very brief shir now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning a tefillah of Reb Nosson and davening it together about Eretz Yisrael. As you know, that Reb Nachman told Reb Nosson to make tefillahs out of all his Torahs, to make prayers out of every single lesson that he ever gave. Therefore, this is based on a teaching in Likutei Moharan about the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael and the Kedusha of reaching Eretz Yisrael. We did a different teaching, a different one by the women, and now we're going to do one over here. There's enough for everybody. Tvir, Zahava is on fire. Fire in there. She said stuff. I have to ask her, Mechila, I take my glasses off when I teach, and I couldn't, so she was a little bit far from me. I asked her what's her name, even though when she said, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't realize it was her. But she said good stuff, very good stuff. Okay. And we spoke about Shimon, how you seem like a guy that grew up in the north, and that you knew the way you knew every tree and river and mountain there is inspiring, very inspiring. So this is what Reb Nosson says. This is from Likuti Tfilas. Just for the chaver the Yerushalayim chaver that are visiting, you know about Likuti Tfilas? Have you heard of this sefer before? Okay, so let me do a little bit of a prep. Chaver, it's always good to do chazar on this stuff. Remember last night they started singing Reb Nosson, Heilige Reb Nosson, you mamish saved our lives. You mamish saved our lives. Remember, did you hear that when they were singing that? Yeah. So why were they saying that? Because that's what Rabbi Weinberger was saying over and over again. You saved us, you saved us. How did Reb Nosson save us? We wouldn't know who Rabbi Nachman was if it wasn't for Reb Nosson. That's not my opinion. Those are Rabbi Nachman's words. If it wasn't for my Nosson, If it wasn't for my Nosson, who basically transcribed my life, my life and my work and my Torahs, we wouldn't know who Reb Nosson is, or who Rabbi Nachman was. But one of the things that Reb Nosson was told Rabbi Nachman to do was to take every single teaching, and after learning it, make a prayer out of it. You ever tried that before? Have you guys ever tried that before? No? Elliot, you never did it before? We did it here this last summer, the Chabura. We spent 3.5 weeks learning the mitzvah of Ahavat Yisrael, and what we did was, after learning and talking about Ahavat Yisrael for so long, I forced the Chevra I forced the Chevra, and some of the Chevra still owe me a few Torahs, a few of their tefillas, to write out a prayer, to become Mamash Abal Sidur. To write, did you send it in? You didn't either, Brenner.
I think I sent one.
You did?
I'll go, but you have to go back and check.
Okay. And it's just a different ballgame. When you're able to pray over what you learned, you probably understand better what the pasuk says. V'yadata hayom v'ashavota el ravecha. V'yadata hayom. Okay, the Torahs that I learned, I know today. But v'ashavota el ravecha. How do I get into the heart? Can I make a prayer? Can I ask? Can I feel connected? Can I feel close to the knowledge that I just took in? So the whole Sefer, it's one of the most beautiful svarim in the world. It's called Likuté Tefilot, the ingathering, a gathering of tefillas, of prayers, where it's Reb Nosson teaching, praying out all the Torahs of Likutei Moharan. This is one of them. This is the one on Eretz Yisrael. So Nissim will be here soon, so we'll see how much we could do. Ribono shel olam, Master of the world. Ata yadata et chalishut kochenu ba'et hazot. Okay, this is very important. Only you know, Hashem, how tired and weak we really are right now. It's funny. I'm looking around the room right now. I have no idea who's really tired, how tired someone is in this room or not, even if you're yawning or rubbing your eyes. None of us know how exhausted the other person is. Sometimes I find out that you're sleeping hours, Avi, and I'm like, it's beyond my wildest dreams, and I thought that I don't sleep a lot. None of us know how exhausted we really are inside. But Reb Nosson starts off this tefillah saying, Master of the world, you know how tired I am. You know how weak I am. No one else knows how weak I am. I'm exhausted, I feel weak, and I'm frail. Atayadata, now he speaks here in Lashon Rabim, in plural, but really he's referring to himself. Atayadata tchalishut kochenu be'et hazot. You know how tired we are. She'en lanu shum koach leshaber hamon'im ve'ame'akvim me'eretz Yisrael. We have no way to break through the preventions and the obstacles that are preventing us for coming to Eretz Yisrael. So for this, we need a little bit of context. What era is Reb Nosson, and where is he writing this? Does anyone know when he's alive?
200 years ago, 220 years ago.
Right. Rabbi Nachman passes away in 1810. Reb Nosson passed away, I believe, in 1856. 1840, I don't remember exactly, but it's mamish in the middle of the 19th century. To get to Eretz Yisrael was not a simple thing at all. So many of them tried. Remember the stories of the Baal Shem Tov trying to come to Eretz Yisrael, what he went through? Reb Nachman tried, and he made it. Reb Nosson speaking about a Jew that's looking at the possibility of going to Eretz Yisrael, and they would just get weak thinking about what it would take to get to Eretz Yisrael. Okay? So I guess our avodah is a little bit different today, that we have, Efrat and Modi'in are the greatest examples of it's not so hard to leave and come back from Eretz Yisrael. Right? There are chaver on planes here every single week, all the time. A friend of mine came once for Shabbos, and he said he got such hana. He thought it was so amusing to him, saying how everyone's talking about what flight, when they leave shul for Motzei Shabbos, everyone's speaking about what the flight of the week is. Who's taking the Motzei Shabbos one, who's taking the Sunday night one. I think that's only 3 streets here. I think it's only Piton, Zubavel, and Hamnorah is like that with travel agencies. You can open it up just for our blocks. It can get you tired. Here he's speaking about to break through the preventions, that which prevented us from getting into Eretz Yisrael. He's davening over this. ומכל הדברים שבקדושה, בשום דרך, מכל הדרכים האלו שהזכרתי לבניך. Not just Eretz Yisrael. He starts off talking about Eretz Yisrael, but he's saying from all the things and all the ways that prevent us from getting through, from cracking through, from all the things that happened, מכל הדברים שבקדושה בשום דרך מכל הדרכים האלו שהזכרתי לפניך. כי אם בשמך הגדול לבד בטחנו ועל חסדך אנו נשענים. It's only in your name that we're trusting Hashem, and on you we are leaning, Reb Nosson says. שתושיענו בגודל רחמך וחנינותך ובעצם חמלתך. You should redeem us with the greatness of your rachamim and how much compassion you have on us. Now what he says over here, look at this. And this just gives us a taste of an example of what it meant to him, how he viewed the concept of Eretz Yisrael. ובזכות וכוח צדיקי אמת, שכבר זכו לשבר כל המניות, ועברו בשלום, ובאו לארץ ישראל, בזכותם וכוחם לבד נשענתי. He's saying like this, in the merit of all the tzaddikim that are already privileged to break through all the preventions, all the barriers, went through Bishalom and came to Eretz Yisrael, Bischutam, in their schut, and only in their koach, I lean on them. What is he talking about? Who's he referring to? Who is he referring to? I want to say it again. Who is Reb Nosson referring to over here? He's saying, in the merit of all the tzaddikim that broke through the meniot, that the preventions, right? In their merit, that's what I'm banking on. What kind of a, what is he speaking about over here? What do you think? Let's go deep. I know it's a fast day, but let's try to work a little bit harder.
Right away, I think about Reb Nachum, who was all about not allowing your baggage to weigh you down and focusing on moving forward and your strengths. And that is absolutely, in my opinion, one of, if not the most important things to keep in mind if you face any challenge.
Nachon. But specifically about Eretz Yisrael, that's what I want to talk about.
So Rabbi Nachman came
right.
Here, right? And he, despite everything, and he said, Dalai Lamos, he got everything he was coming for, and went back and you explained, I think it was like 6 or 9 teachings. Right. All that remained. Right. Everything after that was, so
Nachon.
If somebody needs to bring down the significance and how is to come here.
So was this 1850, you said?
Yeah.
So was this already like the time of the Bilu, like the draining of the swamps? Was this already?
It could be, but it's not the Heksher over here. But it could be. Timing-wise, it could be.
Maybe he's talking about Yosef Atzadik.
Yeah.
That even the barrier of seeming death, he insisted on being here. Like that was it. Like,
and I'm leaning on that, Reb Nosson says.
I'm leaning on the fact that even Yosef, even in our human mind, the ultimate barrier of death,
right.
that even Yosef said, no, that's not enough to keep me out of there. So
right.
A connection, Rabbi Nachman would be the Baal Shem Tov, who worked so hard, did everything he could to get here.
Nachon.
It's going all the way back to Avram Avinu, where it says Ufaratza, and then it's Tzafon and enigma.
Yama Kedma Tzafon and enigma.
There's Ufaratza, you have to break through.
Right.
Rabbi says on that pasuk.
Nachon.
Once you break through that initial thing, then it's easy to spread out. But that initial breaking through is very difficult, and that's the Maaseh Avos Simulabani from that.
Right. Very good. Very good. Thank you for all that. Let's go further. What else could he be speaking about when he's talking here about the different preventions that would prevent tzaddikim from coming to Eretz Yisrael? I'll give you an example.
You'll have to stay with the people.
I'll give you an amazing example, yeah.
Maybe Yaakov, his last words were to, makes Yosef promised him.
Right.
And he'll take him back. And
Nachon.
Yosef is the leader there in Mitzrayim, number 2.
Nachon.
And Yosef now has to leave with everyone and, take his dad.
Yeah.
That's his way.
So I'll tell you something amazing that just happened in the women's shir. This one woman sitting there looked very much emotional by the shir, and before we even really started, I never saw her before either. So, and she looked, and then I said what we're going to be learning, and she looked like she was going to faint, mamish. So I never saw her before. She sat right next to Jess. You'll ask her. So she said, "Can I just say something?" She said, "Yeah. I just made Aliyah yesterday from Lakewood. And everyone told me that I'm crazy and that I shouldn't come." So she said, "Mamish. And the only reason I'm here is because of Rebbe Nachman. And I didn't even know what kind of shir I was coming to today. Just someone schlepped me here." Then I said to her, "Do you know that we never learn Reb Nachman here on Thursdays? It's always a different shir. It's just because it's Reb Nosson's Yortzeit. We're learning about Reb Nosson. And because it's a week of Torah to Eretz Yisrael, we're doing a piece on davening to come to Eretz Yisrael." I'm telling you, thank God there's no video of those shirim, because it was nuts. Nuts. So what could be, what is he speaking about? The Mon'im. You alluded to it, huh?
People who don't want other people to go.
You alluded to it. I think so. I think this might be what he's connecting to. Like people that are saying it's not such an important thing to connect so hard. It's not so important. It's fine. Just make sure, like Yossi was saying about the Chevra and the Cleveland Kollel, that you feel it in your heart. So Reb Nosson says, "Save me from those voices. Save me from those voices."
And Reb Nosson saved after all that.
That's what we said. That's exactly what we're talking about, how Reb Nosson saved our life. That's how we started. So again, so now I'm going to read this line again. "Ubischut bekoach tzadikei emet shekvar zachu leshaber kol hameniot." They merited to crack through all the meniyas, all the preventions. Ve'avru b'shalom, and they made it through b'shalom. Uvau le'eretz Yisrael. Not just theoretically that they accept the kedusha of the Eretz in their heart. They came through, they cracked through. Reb Nosson says, "Bischutam vekocham levad nishanti." It's on them that I'm relying. It's on them that all my koyach comes from. "Ubechasdacha gadol tamachta yatedotai." And in your great merit, you're supporting my yetedot, which means, like in the Mishkan, how do you say it in English?
Support.
That's how you say it in British. How do you say it in English? The foundations, yeah. "Shetechaneni gam ken nitzah ve'lavo le'Eretz Yisrael me'era." I should also merit and be privileged to come to Eretz Yisrael fast. "Af al pi she'eni chedai ve'agun le'askir befi shem Eretz Yisrael HaKadosha." Even though, not that I don't merit to come to Eretz Yisrael, I'm not on the level. What does Reb Nosson say over here? I'm not even a level to utter the name Eretz Yisrael. Do you hear how he felt about this land? I'm not even on the level, forget to come here. That's for sure matnas chinam. But I'm not even on the level to merit to say the word Eretz Yisrael. That's where Reb Nosson felt. Now, where do you think he's drawing this energy from? Huh? Rabbi Nachman, what tzaddik in the Torah do you think he's looking at himself and looking at that tzaddik, and therefore he can come to a conclusion that says, who am I to even mention the name Eretz Yisrael? Moshe Rabbeinu. You see, if Moshe, we take, like, we're all doing something that Moshe Rabbeinu dreamed of. How often do we think about that? That's what we're doing here. We're doing something that Moshe Rabbeinu dreamed of. Reb Nosson says, Moshe Rabbeinu dreamed of this. How in the world could it be that I'm not Zoche? Right? So I have to, even to say the name, Shem Eretz Yisrael, is something that I should be worthy of doing. Vani rachok me'od me'od. We'll do this fast because I want. He's cool to come. Vani rachok me'od me'od b'kedushat Eretz Yisrael betachlit harichuk. I'm so far from the holiness of Eretz Yisrael. Af al pichen. Even though I'm so far, Hashem, ata mekarev rechokim. You bring close those who are far. Chus v'chamol alai, chus v'chamol alai, chus v'chaneni b'matnas chinam. Please just give me, what's a matnas chinam? Who asked to come to Eretz Yisrael like this as well? Moshe Rabbeinu. Chazal tell us, va'et chanan comes from the word, give me a matnas chinam. Begging you comes from the word, Moshe Rabbeinu, who could have had every legitimate taina to say, I deserve to come to Eretz Yisrael. Even he said, Ribono Shalom, give it to me as a matnat chinam. That's what Reb Nosson is saying over here. Not because I did anything, not because of all the Sfarim I published, not because of all the Mesirus Nefesh, not because of all the incredible things I've done and will do for Am Yisrael. Let me come to the land as an undeserved gift. She'ezke lavo le'Eretz Yisrael mehera. I should come to Eretz Yisrael fast. Leman ezke lichnos b'darkei ha'kedusha be'emet. Reb Nosson is davening. So I should merit to go into the path of Kedusha for real. Because we all know, like Reb Nosson Maimon told us, it happens here. The real connection of Kedusha, that's what happens over here. And this is a very important line. Ari, this will remind you of Yishai Fleischer. Ve'eske la'alot bechol pa'am midalga ledalga. Keep making aliyah. When I come to Eretz Yisrael, I keep on coming to Eretz Yisrael. I keep on meeting the land. I keep on growing. I keep on reconnecting. I keep on discovering. It never stops. Be'ofen, be'kedusha u'betahara be'emet chish kal me'era. With such holiness and purity. Be'ofen she'ezke litkarev elecha be'emet u'vetamim me'ata v'ad olam. In a way that I can come close to you for real, from now and forever. Ve'lo evosh ba'olam hazeh ve'lo ekalem la'olam haba. ואתהלך לפני השם בארצות החיים. אעברה נא ואראה את הארץ הטובה הזאת. Let me pass through and see this good land. ההר הטוב. He's quoting Moshe Rabbeinu. ומלא משאלותיי ברחמים. Fulfill my requests with rachamim. והביאנו לשלום לארץ ישראל במהירות גדול מיד. Bring me with peace to Eretz Yisrael very fast. ואזכה לדרוך. I should merit to step on the land. Ulehishtateach. That means to lishtateach. You know what that means? What's the word in English for this? No, there's a word. To prostrate yourself. Al afar admat kodesh. On the dirt of this land. Velirtzot et avanea. To mamish feel so connected, to want its stones. Ulenashek rikvotea. And to kiss its regev, it's dust, it's pebbles, huh? It's dirt. It's to kiss it. Have any of you heard of Eliyahu Sukkot? You know that painting that's in my house that every time you look at it, you feel like you might have taken something? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Because every time you like, we've spent hours there just revisiting that, like, wait a second, that wasn't there last time. It's an amazing, and B'ezrat Hashem, you're all invited to our house. If you haven't been there yet for the Tish this Friday night, you'll see it there. I was once walking, Eliyahu Sukkot is Reb Shlomo's first Baal Tshuva. Reb Shlomo picked him up from the streets of San Francisco. Today Eliyahu Sukkot is a leading figure in Breslov. He's a great-grandfather to many, many Jewish children. His name was Alex Scott. Now he's Rav Eliyahu Sukkot. He's one of many, many examples of people who, Baruch Hashem, received the Torah and of Reb Shlomo and went for Eretz Yisrael. Reb Shlomo sent him here many, many years ago. Jerry and I were once walking with him. Do you remember this? We were once walking with him outside his house in, what's the area there? Like Geula, Mesharim, when you first met him. And he asked Jerry, where are you from? Jerry said, Chicago. He said, how long have you been here? He said, I've been here. It was one of the Bilbulim stages where you weren't sure what's going on. Baruch Hashem, those days are long gone. So he looked at him, he stopped, he said, I've been here for 40 years. 40 years! And he got on the ground in front of Mamish on the sidewalk, and he started full, Mamish, what Reb Nosson just said here. Lishtateach, and he started kissing the dirt on the ground of Eretz Yisrael. The more refined we are inside, the more that those things don't seem weird. They seem very normal. walking around here, that seems weird. Walking on the sidewalks here like we do on like Doheny and Cascio, that's weird, That's weird. Like shopping here like you shop on Central Avenue, that's bizarre. That's wacky. Doing mamish what we saw that night. Remember, Jerry, it stunned you. Straight right in front of us. Just goes down, just like that. So anyway, Reb Nosson cried to not just come to Eretz Yisrael. You can see it through here. He cried to have the relationship with the land when he's here, like he described over here, like we just gave that example. And in the Schus of Reb Nosson and his Yahrzeit today, we should also be privileged to have that fire for Eretz Yisrael in our hearts, in our souls, and we should really, really take advantage of the fact that we too can kiss the land the second that we walk out of here. In fact, I could do it right now, right? But I'll be your shliach right now. I'll just do it so you don't have to you're all fasting. So I'll kiss the floor right now in the Schus of Reb Nosson, Schus of Rabbi Nachman, Schus of Shul. Eretz Yisrael. Okay. The fire, bring him out.
Share one thing.
Yeah, please.
Shoshana Harari, I remember I went to her house. You know Shoshana?
Yeah, of course.
She picked a carrot out of the ground, and it was full of dirt. And she said, I don't even got to wash it off. She said she just eats the carrot with the dirt on it.